मैं वह क्यों कहलाऊं जो कहलाना नहीं चाहता. My friends, now we should accept the call of the Adivasis who want to be called Adivasis. And the term has become an international echo, not only an Indian or the echo of the Bharat. So it will be better to accept what the tribal Adivasi writers are trying to be addressed with. Writers are not politicians. They are the voice of the people. They talk about the voice of the tribal soul. So we should respect their emotions, their thinking. Another issue. Now let us come to history. I would like to quote Michel Foucault, who said that knowledge is created by power and power controls history. Why today there is a need to talk about Birsa Munda and other tribal martyrs? Because historians like Bipin Chandra and Romila Thapar, they could not do justice with the freedom fight struggle of Adivasis. When we talk about freedom fight struggle, an year come into my mind, that is 1857. My friends, it's not true. Freedom fight struggle goes 100 years back to 1771 possibly, when Tilka Maji and Adivasis of Medinapur revolted against colonizers and their encroachment, their policies into their areas. What were the reasons for this Adivasi uprising, Adivasi movement? Rather, this term I would like to give an emphasis. Adivasi movement, because it was not limited to a particular area or particular state. It was a phenomena of the whole nation, everywhere. If you read history, if you go to orality, you will find that tribals were fighting with duo forces. One was Britisher, another was Indian. They were not only fighting with Britishers, they were fighting with the landlords, with the feudal lords of the nation as well. Because under the pressure of British government, landlords and feudal lords were supporting the agenda of Britishers, and they were crushing tribal resistance. So, since I come from Madhya Pradesh, so better for me it will be to talk about tribal resistance against colonial rule in central India, which includes two states, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Friends, if you want to really know the real tribal history, you will have to visit their oral tradition. आदिवासियों का इतिहास आप किताबों में मत खोजिए, आदिवासियों का इतिहास उनकी मौखिक परंपराओं में खोजिए, क्योंकि मौखिक परंपराएं ही उनके इतिहास को जानने के मूल स्रोत है. दे आर ओरिजिनल सोर्सेस. किताबों में तो सत्यानाश कर दिया गया है, इसमें कोई मुझे परहेज नहीं है कहने में. एसी रूम में बैठ के लोग किताबों में आदिवासी इतिहास लिख रहे हैं. इफ यू cannot visit tribal areas, cannot stay with them, you cannot know their history, their philosophy. आदिवासी दर्शन, आदिवासी इतिहास दोनों को जानने के लिए आपको आदिवासी मौखिक परंपरा, जो उनकी विरासत है, जिसे वो पुरखा साहित्य कहते हैं, और उनके दिनचर्या को, उनके लाइफ स्टाइल को जानना बहुत जरूरी है. When we talk about tribal resistance, next slide. Adivasi movement in central India, we have Halwa uprising in Chhattisgarh, which ranged from 1774 to 1779. Bhil uprising in Madhya Pradesh 1818. Gond uprising in Madhya Pradesh 1842 to 1816. Veer Narayan Singh's revolution in Chhattisgarh. Paralkot uprising in 1825. Then again Bastar uprising in 1910 and Jangal Satyagraha. These are some movements which I have recorded, because still I am studying. I cannot claim that I am a scholar of tribal knowledge or tribal history. It's very vast. To know it needs lots of effort and effort in the field with the tribals. Next. Movements in Chhattisgarh, Bastar movement, which took place in 1910. It originated in Bastar, which is situated in Chhattisgarh. Cause of it was inhuman incident committed against Dhurwa community, angering the tribals of the region against the colonial government. Because of the Forest Act, this movement came into existence. The uprising has leaders like Lal Karendra Singh, Gunda Dhur. So, Bastar had great uprising against the colonial rule. Reason was that jungle, forest was reserved by the government, which was the source of not only their livelihood but their philosophy as well, their culture as well. आदिवासी बिना जंगल के जिए ये शायद ट्रेडिशनल पारंपरिक आदिवासियों के लिए मुमकिन नहीं है. लोगों ने what people did, they usurped their forest, they imposed on them extra taxes, land, झूम खेती, forest and beaver खेती tradition. In tribal community which I know, property had no individual right. It was a community property, and they moved from one area to another area, and they moved ahead cultivating the land. धरती उनके लिए माँ है. उनके लिए जंगल कोई उपभोग की वस्तु नहीं है. They take from the forest only which they need to live, not to live with luxury. What is the problem today? It is that we want to live with luxury. कार आज हो गई, आज स्कूटर थी, कल कार हो जाए, परसों बंगला हो जाए, उसके आगे महल हो जाए, 1 अरब की सेविंग हो जाए, this and that. But in tribals it is not so. आप कभी आदिवासी जीवन के साथ जुड़कर देखिए, not as an outsider, rather as an insider. There are two ways to look at tribals. One is insider view, another is outsider view, which that great personality, Barrier Elvin, did. He has misrepresented tribal community. I read his book, Fulmat of the Hills. See how negatively he has presented tribal society. Because being half part of the tribal society, I know their life. Today even, think of the past days when Barrier Elvin was writing. It's my view. You may differ from me. Your perspective may be different. But what I have read and what I have analyzed, for me, Barrier Elvin had not depicted tribals of Dindori district properly. Another thing is that heavy taxation उनके कमर को तोड़ दे रही थी आदिवासियों. लैंड असरप्शन, फॉरेस्ट असरप्शन. भाई जहां आदिवासी जिसका राजा अपने को मानता था, आपने वहां जंगल में कानून बना के ये कह दिया कि ये रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट है, यहां से आप कुछ नहीं ले सकते हैं और इनमें से थोड़ा बहुत आप जलाने के लिए लकड़ी ले सकते हैं. इन सब मुद्दों के विरुद्ध. और दूसरा, लिकर ब्रूइंग, उन्होंने टैक्स लगाया, अंग्रेजी शराब को इंपोज किया. आदिवासियों के लिए शराब उनके संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई है. कई लोग ये आरोप लगाते हैं कि शराब उनको बिगाड़ रही है. आई कैन नॉट एक्सेप्ट दिस. हर समाज शराब पी रहा है, इसमें इस बात को कहने में मुझे परहेज नहीं है. फिर क्यों आदिवासियों को शराब के नाम पे टारगेट किया जाता है? व्हाई? It is related with, it is attached with their cultural identity. उनका बिना शराब से कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, पूजा भी नहीं हो सकती उनकी. Anyway, so this Veer Martyr from Dhurwa tribe, Veer Gunda Dhur, he registered against tribal against colonial rule in Bastar and was never captured by British government. See their skill. Many of the tribals were fighting with their traditional weapon, with arrow and bow, before machine gun and another modern weapon of the Britishers. And they had great skill. साहब आप, मैं लक्ष्मण गायकवाड़ दादा को कोट करना चाहूंगा. वो कहते हैं कि आदिवासी इतने बुद्धिमान होते हैं कि उन्हें चोरी की भी स्किल बहुत अच्छे से आती है. उनका एक उपन्यास, एक नॉवेल है उचक्का, द ब्रांडेड इन इंग्लिश. उसमें वो दिखाए हैं कि कितने स्किलफुली वो पिक पॉकेटिंग करते हैं. हमने कभी सीखने की कोशिश नहीं, क्योंकि हम तो भैया सभ्य समाज के हैं. हम तो उनके जैसे, उन्हें अपने जैसे बनाना चाहते हैं, उनके जैसा हम नहीं बन सकते, क्योंकि हमारी नाक कट जाएगी सभ्यता वाली. What we are carrying in our mind, we should think of it. नारीवादी विचारधारा के लिए जितना आज लोग लड़ रहे हैं, नारियां आदिवासी समुदाय में आज से 100 साल पहले उससे ज्यादा स्वतंत्र थी. Why we should not go to them and learn them how they are living. जारवा ट्राइब अंडमान निकोबार की, वहां पर देश का कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं था. आज उनको शायद कुछ पहनना सिखाया जा रहा है. मतलब आज जब हमारी बहन बेटियां गलियों से गुजरती हैं और कपड़े थोड़े छोटे हैं तो हमारी निगाहें ऐसे हो जाती हैं. वी स्टार्ट स्टेयरिंग एंड दे फील शाई. उनके समाज में जहां कपड़ा ही नहीं, जहां कपड़ा ही नहीं है, उसके बावजूद दे आर वेरी सेफ. सो they have good culture, good structure of the society. Need is to visit their society with open mind and to learn from them. Okay, teach them what is good with you, but learn from them also what is good with them. Next slide, please. Halba uprising. Halba uprising, it took place in Dongargarh region of Bastar. Ajmer Singh was leader. Cause was prolonged famine. It took place because of the rising pressure of Maratha and British intrusion. Darya marginalized Dongar and challenged Ajmer Singh's authority. Halba supported Ajmer, and in this way, this revolution, this uprising took place, and Ajmer Singh was killed with deceit. Next, Veer Narayan Singh. He was born in 1975. Looted money lenders, paddy, and distributed among his people to save them from famine. He was arrested in October 1856 by British authorities due to the merchants' complaint. See, in Bastar uprising, one thing was very important which we should know. They were worshipping Danteshwari deity Danteshwari, and according to the tradition, outsiders cannot be Diwan. Diwan could be from the family of the king. But after certain time, Britishers started appointing Diwan from outside community, and this created lots of dissatisfaction among the tribal people. And the Rani Kumar, she mobilized the tribal people, took help from them, and she stood against the colonial rule. And these leaders also, these Adivasi leaders also supported the cause, and great rebellion took in Bastar. Next time थोड़ा सा शायद कम पड़ रहा होगा, हमारे दूसरे स्पीकर भी हैं. आगे भोजन का भी नहीं तो लोग गाली देंगे कि बोलता चला जा रहा हो. Paralkot uprising, it also is part of Bastar uprising, and it is Paralkot region, Pakhanjpur Tahsil in Chhattisgarh. Gain Singh was the leader of this uprising, and Abuj Marias, they are a tribal community of Chhattisgarh. They stood against Marathas and British. I talked about that. The Adivasi people were fighting not against Britishers, they were fighting with the money lenders and with लैंडलॉर्ड्स ऑफ द नेशन ऑल्सो, दुओ फोर्सेस, आज भी शायद कमोबेश उनको यही कुल काम करना पड़ रहा है, चेहरे बदल गए हैं. Causes heavy taxation imposed by Marathas led by Gend Singh, and this rebellion employed guerrilla warfare with traditional weapons like bow and arrow. Tribals were very skilled in guerrilla warfare, whether it was Tantya Bhil, it was Gend Singh, all were very good. Govind Guru also in Rajasthan, Rajputana dynasty, they were all well skilled people in guerrilla warfare. Next, चलते चलो भैया. Bhil uprising in Madhya Pradesh, Gond uprising, Jangal Satyagrah, these are uprisings of Madhya Pradesh. Just I am touching upon you people. If you want to get more information, you can visit books. I'll tell you name of some books which are important to study these uprisings. Bhil uprising, Kaji Singh and Bhima Nayak, they were the leaders, and later Tantya Bhil became the prominent figure of this uprising. Against the discriminatory policies towards the Bhil community, the natives were given concession in their rights, means their rights were curbed, and various taxes were imposed, and their forest rights were snatched from them. British could not claim to have suppressed the uprising, yet they were never able to achieve permanent peace in the areas inhabited by the Bhils. Next, Tantya Bhil, Indian Robin Hood. इनके ऊपर मैंने एक हिंदी में नाटक लिखा है, अभी पब्लिश नहीं करा पाया, कई बार हमने उसको प्ले किया है. आवाज नाम से मेरा वो नाटक है, और जिस इतिहास को आज हम लोग रिविजिट करने के रादर विजिट, अभी तो ट्राइबल हिस्ट्री विजिट ही नहीं हुई है, तो रिविजिट की हम कहाँ से बात करेंगे. विजिट करने की बात कर रहे हैं. उस पर मैंने एक बिरसा मुंडा जी के शहादत के ऊपर एक नाटक लिखा था, इतिहास का गुनाह. उसमें मैंने इतिहास और सत्ता दो पात्र बनाए हैं. सत्ता को, इतिहास को सत्ता का गुलाम दिखाया है, और पूरी स्टोरी बिरसा मुंडा जी की चलती है. So Tantya Bhil was very powerful leader, and he looted rich people, distributed among the poor Adivasi people, and Britishers gave him this title, Indian Robin Hood. Next, Gond uprising, Shankar Shah, Raghunath Shah, they were the kings of Gond kingdom. They were the last, and when they were ruling, Gond dynasty was almost finished. They were given some villages near Jabalpur to live with respect. But Raja Shankar Shah was very much upset with the British colonialism and behavior of kings of the area, and he was participating in the meetings and organizing meetings to stand against British colonialism. One day, the British officers got information about his planning, about his plot, and they raided into his house, and they caught him, and after that both of them, means